Okay, now I'm going to break the solo down for you into 10 separate licks. We're in the key of B minor. Lick 1 sounds like this. Okay, so lick 1, it's using the first position minor pentatonic key of B, starting on our 7th fret right here, low E string. And then this lick is going to come in on the 3rd beat. So you got 1, 2, 3. And right before the 4th count, we're going to start this rake. It's on the last 16th note. 3, E, and come in on that note. And so we're just going to bend it about to that flat 5 interval right here, the 10th fret on the G string. So in addition to using the first position minor pentatonic, we're also using the blues scale, just adding the flat 5 interval to that. It gives you that sound. So anytime minor blues, minor pentatonic sounds great, blues scale, it sounds great as well in a minor blues progression. So we're going to bend that to that flat 5 interval and then pull it down, 7, 9. And then a quick hammer, 7 to 9 on the G string, back to 7. Vibrato, just really steady that 9th fret on the D string. And wait for the bar to end. On the next bar, we're going to do this lick. Kind of a cool move to do, just sliding your first finger in the first position minor pentatonic from this note to your root position on the D note here, 9th fret D string. And then next step, we're going 9, 7, 9, 7 on the A and the D. And then this cool little blues lick move using the A string. So that we're just sliding from 7 to 8. That's our blues scale note right here. Back to 7. Release to 5th fret. And then hit 7. Then 7, 5, 7, 7. Then that 7th note, of course, that is our root note. Actually, we went into barely getting into the 5th position minor pentatonic scale by using that right here, this 5th fret on the A string as a note taken from the 5th position minor pentatonic scale. So, but it's only one note, but that is a cool move to do. Learning that little lick everywhere is a cool move to know as well. Just that little pattern. It starts getting you out of just playing straight in that box when you start opening up these kind of like sliding positions. So for more about that, check out Blues Mini Course and my blues guitar method. Okay, so that is lick 1.